You've reached the High Fashion Hotline.
Good news, fall is here. Bad news, my family style has fallen out of fashion.
Get to Old Navy.
Old Navy?
Yep, fall's best styles are on sale now at Old Navy for up to 50% off store-wide at Old Navy and OldNavy.com.
Up to 50% off store-wide? I think I'm falling in love.
Plus, grab jeans from just $15 for adults, $10 for kids, and comfy, cozy sweaters to fall for from just $15 for adults, $12 for kids.
Ooh, new sweaters and jeans on sale? Old Navy, here we come.
High fashion, Old Navy. Valid 10/10 to 10/19. Select styles only.
Blog Talk Radio. Unmarket Your Business, the podcast. Born out of the need to share strategies and techniques that really work to market your business. Think yellow page ads and cold calls are your only choices? That's so last century. You're about to learn tested, tried and true marketing techniques you can apply and master. Ones that feel authentic instead of salesy. Strategies that are true to who you are and how you want to present yourself to your ideal clients. Let's join our host, Carol Joyce Dunlop, in the studio now and allow business success to move forward. Hey everyone, this is Carol Dunlop. Thank you so much for tuning in today to be a part of my unmarketing world. I have to tell you, things are really heating up around here. My book is just about ready to go to publish. I am so excited about that. You know, I've been waiting for it for a long time, but I really had to take a step back and make sure that I was doing it the right way, putting things in the right places. And now my awesome book whisperer editor, Candace L. Davis, has it in her hot little hands. And she has let me know that in the next couple of weeks it will be through with at least the first part of the editing, and we're going to go back and forth a little bit. So initially I think I had said the end of July, so we're looking probably middle to the end of August. I just want to make sure that it's good, that it's right, that everything's cool before I put it out there. So you all will be one of the first people to know. And if you want to know sooner than that, you definitely need to get on my mailing list, and I will let you know what's happening. And you can do that by going to the website, csicorporation.com. And you'll see there, I have a little gift for you, 7 client getting strategies that you can put into place right away. So sign up for that. You'll get on the newsletter list, and you'll get the information. Don't worry, you can unsubscribe at any time because I'm not pushy about that. So anyway, you can keep up to date with what's going on because I will definitely let you know. But I did want to let you know that each month we have a different theme that coincides with the book. Marketing, right? So really unmarketing. And so this month we're talking about how to build your business through service. And it's part of one of the chapters that I have in the book about how you can join an organization and really show your expertise, you know, show your authority, and really build your business as you go. And the title of that chapter is Run for President. It's not what you think. It's really about how you can actually make your way up through the ranks of an organization that you love and are truly a part of, and help them, you know, to get bigger and better. And then along the way, you will get bigger and better. And so I have a lot of my sistership girlfriends who are out there doing the same thing as I am. I'm a member of ProWin, and I've been a member of ProWin. You can find all about them at ProWin.com. I've been a member of them almost 4 years now, and I started out as just a regular member, got on the marketing committee, and now I am VP of Marketing and Strategic Partnerships. How cool is that? So I'm working my way up to president. Almost there. We'll see how far I go. So I have someone else who's a colleague and a friend and just really cool person that I met as part of ProWin, and she's part of another organization. We're going to learn more about that in just a little bit. Her name is Nadine Mullings. You probably remember she's been on the show before at the beginning of the year because she's been a part of the Online Business Success Summit, and we have a program together, the website Magic thing that we put out. So you're going to be hearing a lot about that in a little bit. So let me tell you a little bit about Nadine, and then I'm going to bring her on. Now, Nadine is a great example of building your business through service, and she's my special guest today, and she's going to talk about how she's doing it very successfully. Her passion is to help independent business owners to be successful in growing their businesses. She uses her formal education, her hands-on experience, and her passion for entrepreneurship and business ownership to create a marketing company designed to help you, the business owner, to market your business successfully, both online and offline. After 15 years in corporate America, Nadine realized that the path to financial freedom is business ownership. Hear, hear, I totally agree. But being a business owner is not easy and can be very challenging, overwhelming, stressful. Should we go on? No, let's go forward here. So she created a company that focuses on taking the stress out of how to successfully market your business as an independent business owner, entrepreneur, coach, or consultant. So without any further ado, welcome to the show, Nadine.
Well, thank you so much, Carol, for having me on the show. I am so super excited to be here. First of all, I'm super excited that your book is coming out soon. Yay, yay, yay.
Yay,
I cannot wait
serious.
till your book comes out. All the awesome content and information you've been sharing on the podcast, I know the book is going to be awesome, so I cannot wait to have it in my hands and actually read.
Oh, thank you.
I'm excited to, try some new strategies. It's all about strategies when it comes to marketing, and I know your book is chock full of awesome strategies that you can implement in your business, marketing strategies. So thank you so much for having me on the show, and I definitely will be getting a copy of your book when it comes out, hopefully in, what did you say, August? August,
yeah,
September,
I'm thinking the middle. Yeah, I'm thinking the middle to the end of August. I had said a couple of months ago the end of July, but just the editing process, getting things back. Well, mainly getting things back for the beta readers, which is that's a process no one can leave out. You got to have your beta readers because they actually help you form your story better so people can understand it. And my hat is off to the ones that actually, completed the task, sent back the manuscript, and they all, it was so funny, we were talking about this on another podcast that I do. They, just about all of them included this long letter with me saying, Carol, I love the book, but I did make some corrections, and I hope, don't hate me for it. And I was like, no, that's what I want you to do. So I had to, take time to kind of, digest that whole thing and put that together, so that threw it off a little bit. But I'm fine because, like I said, I want it to be good. I don't just want to put a book out there that I threw together in a weekend or, just some thoughts out of my head. I really wanted to help people, help business owners to be successful, because that's the thing. That's the thing that you and I do. We help business owners be successful. Who's in business just to say, hey, I have a business, and then you can't eat. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. No, and I think one of the key things that you said is you're putting so much time and attention on the content and making sure that it's good, because you do see a lot of people in the marketplace just, making books in 2 days. And I'm like, what? How did you get that book done in 2 days? But the content isn't there, So I know for sure you're going to have some awesome content. So I'm super excited about that.
Thank you. I'm super excited to have you on here because you're my sistership friend in success. You're kind of doing what I'm doing in ProWin. You're doing it in at least one of the organizations that you're a part of. I know you're part of more than one, where you're working up the ranks, and we're going to talk more about that. But before we get going on that, kind of tell us what the name of the organization in that you're currently working up the ladder, that you're currently, quote unquote, running for president, and what attracted you to them, and what's been their shining feature. So what is the name of the organization? I have to get my thoughts together. What is the name of the organization? What attracted you to them, and what makes you stay with them?
Sure. Well, I'm actually going to back up a little bit further and just talk about organizations in general, and kind of give you a story of how I got to be where I'm at in the organizations that I'm involved in. I actually moved to Atlanta 4.5 years ago from Fort Lauderdale, Florida area. And when I first moved to Atlanta, I started networking, to get my name out there, to meet new people. I didn't really know anyone really in the Atlanta area in the business world. So it was very super important for me to get out there and start meeting people. So when I first moved to Atlanta, I started networking like crazy. I was a networking queen. I was in Atlanta. The funny thing about the Atlanta market is to network morning to night every single day of the week. There's not one week there's no activity that you can do in Atlanta. So I kind of exhausted myself for the first year that I lived here in Atlanta by going to all these different, networking events, from chamber groups to women's networking to night networking to all these different things I was doing to grow my business. And it wasn't until maybe the second year of, full steam networking that I had to kind of pull myself back. And I said, what am I doing? I'm spending a lot of my money, time, my effort going to all these networking events, and I wasn't being really strategic. Who is my ideal client, who's my ideal partners, and what networking events and organizations do they belong to? Because that's where I need to be going. So the second year, I got more strategic and narrowed it way down and really only started focusing on a few small events. And then the third year, I got very strategic and narrowed it down even further. And I looked for key things as to what organizations I wanted to commit to and spend the most time with. And those things were, number one, did I like the group of people? Were they friendly? Were they welcoming? Number two was the information that I received, if it was one of those type of networking events where you get content. Did they have good speakers? Did they have good information? Was the ability to meet people in the room good? And the types and quality of people that I was meeting, was it what I needed for my business? So I kind of looked at several of those things and narrowed it down and went to, several of those organizations and networking events for a good period. I want to say a good 12 months consistently. And then I realized that I couldn't just visit. There's some people, they visit once. You see those people that pop up at a networking event, pass out their cards and, think they're going to get some business immediately, where it's really about building relationships and attending regularly. But in addition to building relationships and attending regularly, I would say the next step is, okay, is this organization good enough for me to become a member? So I did step back and say, I want to become a member of a few organizations. And I actually selected two main women's organizations because I work with a lot of women. I work with a lot of women who are coaches and consultants. So I really wanted to focus my networking and organization efforts on women's organizations. And two organizations three really, but two that I joined and decided to be really active in is actually eWomen Network, which is an international organization for women entrepreneurs and business owners. Super great organization. Went to their conference last year, met so many great people, got so much great content from their conference. So I'm an active member in eWomen Network, and I always promote eWomen Network because it's such a great organization. But in addition to that, I stepped up and realized you can't just be a member in an organization. It's also important to be in a leadership role and serve like you said, serve and show your talents and your abilities by serving in a position in an organization. And I became a sponsor, an in-kind sponsor for Atlanta Women's Network, which is focused on women professionals and business owners in the Atlanta market. So I'd say those are the two organizations that I'm most active in. And, of course, I regularly attend ProWin, love ProWin as an organization, and the leadership over there with Carol and Anita and all the amazing women. But AWN is probably the one that I've probably stepped up leadership in the most by being a sponsor and a part of the board.
Okay, so what I first want to commend you on what you did, because those steps that you outlined, you must have been sneaking and reading my book, because those steps that you outlined.
I got an advanced copy before your beta readers.
I'm serious. Those steps are almost exactly what I say, boil it down, the checklist and everything, because you got to figure out, number one, and we always say this, you got to figure out who your clientele is. Who are you trying to serve? You can't just go to every networking event that's out there, because your client is not at every networking event you go to. So it's better if you get in front of the people who will most likely be your clients. And if you figure that out first, it makes your time so much better. And then you have to figure out, which are the ones out there that serve my clients and which are the ones out there that I want to actually put my time into. Now, I know about
Right.
AWN. I really like them. I have not been able to get there yet. It's just always something comes up when I get ready to go. And then eWomen's Network is next on my list of going to check out. So what attracted you to AWN, and why, why did you decide to, hey, this is the one that I'm going to put my time and effort into?
Yeah, well, I think going with the topic of serving, Atlanta Women's Network at the time when I was looking at joining different organizations, I had been to several of their lunches, enjoyed their events. The speakers are always awesome. The content that the speakers share is always something that I can implement in my business and help me. I made several connections with women in the organization that were either potential prospects or they were potential clients. Potential partners. So because of that, I said, I want to look further into Atlanta Women's Network. And it just so happens at the time they were looking for marketing assistants. So they were looking for someone that could help to market the organization better and reach more people. And I was approached to inquire about, whether I would be interested in having an in-kind sponsor and basically using my skills and talents and abilities to help the organization with their marketing effort. So to me, it was really a win-win situation because I was serving them in my zone of, I want to say zone is genius, but, in my area of expertise and helping the organization. So I kind of decided to, be most active in Atlanta Women's Network.
Cool. That's, and how many organizations are you really, really, really involved with every month? Because you said you were doing a lot of them and now you cut down. So how many do you think take up your time every month now?
Yeah. So I would say 2. I focus on 2 organizations a month because I am on the board for Atlanta Women's Network. Atlanta Women's Luncheon is usually on my calendar every month. It's the 4th Tuesday of every month here in the Atlanta area at 103 West. So that I always pretty much participate in the Atlanta Women's Network Luncheon. And then I kind of rotate, depending on the month. I'll definitely attend eWomen Network, ProWin. I know I'm going to be at the ProWin Luncheon this month because it's going to be awesome with the 15-year anniversary. So
we're in the middle of getting all that stuff together now. Whoa, it's crazy.
Exactly. So, I have it on my calendar to attend ProWin this month because it is the 15th anniversary and it's going to be an awesome event. So I kind of switch it up, but for the most part, I'd say I'm usually going to 2 networking events for women's organizations each month.
Cool. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever participated in one of the leads groups like Power Core or BNI, any of those?
I have. I do have some experience with BNI. I actually was in BNI when I was in corporate America. So way back when, before I took on this entrepreneurial journey, I worked in marketing and business development, and we said, let's try getting involved in some referral groups here locally in the Fort Lauderdale area at that time. So I was introduced to BNI. I knew it was an international referral networking group. Went to a couple of meetings, and I kind of took the same approach that I said before when it comes to referral networking. So even whether it's a leads group or a, women's organization monthly luncheon networking group, you visit. I took it to the extreme. I visited, I want to say, 12 different BNI chapters when I was in corporate America.
Wow.
In all different areas of Fort Lauderdale. So South Fort Lauderdale, North Fort Lauderdale, Central Fort Lauderdale. And after visiting several different BNI groups, I made a decision and joined a particular BNI group and was in BNI for a full year for my corporate position.
Awesome. I've done that same thing. I mean, I was a member of Power Core, which is really similar. I haven't done BNI yet, but there are certain. I remember when I joined Power Core, the lady who ran it, Wendy Kinney, who was totally awesome. She was saying there's like 6 different types of groups you should be a part of. One is an exclusive group where it's only you, you're the only one that can take that seat. There's another one that, they have the monthly luncheons and then maybe the associations and stuff. So I really need to think that everyone needs to look at what they're doing, and meeting and networking and using groups is definitely a part of your marketing, but it doesn't have to be the whole thing. But it's one of those things that can really, like I said, solidify your expertise, show that you're the authority, and really help you grow your business. So, Nadine, how has being a part of AWN and the other groups that you're really, really involved in, how have they helped you grow your business from when you first got in with them?
Yes, I think the main thing is connections. You have to think whenever you're in an organization, you're not just connected to the individuals who are members of the organization, but you're also connected with their network. And they're happy once they know who you are, what you do, especially being in leadership in the organization. They're more aware of you. They're more likely to connect you with their network. So it's almost multiplying. You can't just think of just the members of an organization. If you multiply it in their head, say each person had a network of 100 people, you're connected with thousands of people at that point, just from being in that organization. So connections, I think, would be number one, connecting with people. And then also, of course, building relationships. A lot of times when you're actively involved in an organization, you build friendships. You have relationships with the individuals in the organization. So that really helps with the know, like, and trust factor. It's very important to not to just be a connection, but you're in a relationship with that person. They know you, they like you, they trust you, so it's easy for them to refer a business to you or help you out in some way, shape, or form. And vice versa. You do the same for them. I probably send virtual introductions via email at least 5 times a week, introducing people in my network that I think would need help or would be a great connection. So it's all about connecting people and building relationships.
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head there. It's all about building relationships, because there's one thing that I really can't stand, really hate, really just chaps me up when I go to someplace and I meet you, and the first thing you do is you say, "Hi, my name is," and you hand me your card. First of all, I don't even know if I want your card. I don't know who you are or if we have anything we could even talk about. And, usually when people do that, that's really kind of like, you just don't understand networking, do you? Because networking is more about finding out about the person or finding out how I can help serve you rather than what you can do for me type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're all guilty of seeing those networkers that just spam you with their business card and, then they're on to the next person. But like you said, the biggest thing and the best way, serving and being in an organization can help your business is by building those relationships. That's pretty much it at the end of the day. It's going to be building those relationships, making those quality connections. And over time, a lot of times, some people jump into organizations and think they're going to get business next week. It doesn't work like that. Even with the power corps and the BNIs, even with those type of referral groups where they're required to refer to each other, it takes a good while to get a steady stream of referrals because people are still getting to know you and they're still getting to know what you do. Sometimes it takes somebody being introduced to you or hearing your elevator pitch 5 times before they truly understand what it is that you do. So, it's definitely a longer process where people have to really know you and start to understand what you do and how you do it differently than other people.
Exactly. I'm glad you said that, because a lot of times people aren't even listening to what you're saying. And then if they're looking for something in particular or someone in particular, or they have some pain that they need to get rid of, and you just happen to say, I do so-and-so, and that matches the pain, then they're going to perk up and listen to you, and then they're going to seek you out. But until that time, they may just kind of gradually I know you as the such and such. And you're right. Every time you introduce yourself and you do your elevator speech or your get-to-know-me speech or your value proposition, whatever you call it, if you do it enough times, somebody's going to say, hey, aren't you the person that, and then they say it to you, and you're like, yes, I am. I didn't even know you were listening to me. Okay, thank you.
Exactly, yeah.
Nadine, what are 3 tips that you would have for someone who is considering this run for president type of thing? Now, I want to let everyone know it's not necessarily that you have to be a president, that you have to be, go up and stuff. But Nadine and I are saying that if you really want to get the most out of it, you need to be more than just a member who's at a bump on a log. So what are 3 tips you would give to someone who is thinking about maybe employing this strategy? And then I know we're down to kind of the end, and then I want definitely you to tell everybody how they can get in touch with you after that.
Okay, yeah, sure, definitely. So the 3 tips I would give is kind of what I said earlier about, number 1, visit a lot of different organizations. Put your feelers out there, know which organizations are a right fit for you. Once you decide what organization is a right fit for you, be a regular member, attend on a regular basis, serve in ways that you can see possible, ways that you see the organization needs help. So do that consistently for a period of time, a year or so. And then the 3rd tip would be, start to think about leadership in that organization. So you go from just a regular attendee to a member, and then the last step would be to think about doing some type of leadership role, whether it's a VP, whether it's on the board, or whether it is running for president of the organization. Keep it in your mind, how can I serve in some type of leadership role, but always have that kind of strategy in your head. Let me attend, let me become a member, and then the 3rd and final step where you get the most from an organization is serving and being either on the board or some type of leadership position for that organization. So I would say look at it that way and think of those 3 steps when thinking about how you can use that as a strategy for your business. And as far as getting in contact with me, you can always reach me on my website. I always say that's my hub, my WOW website, as Carol would say. Yes. Your WOW website has to be the hub and central place where people can find you online. And my website is my name, Nadine, Nadine, Mullings, Mullings. A lot of people forget the G, .com. So NadineMullings.com is really the hub online. But I'm also, of course, on social media. You can reach out to me on Twitter, same Nadine Mullings, on LinkedIn, Nadine Mullings, and on Facebook, which is Marketing Essentials by Nadine Mullings. So those will be the best ways to reach me online.
I love that. Thank you so much, Nadine. And I wanted to say something about the WOW website. I actually had someone that contacted me today saying they needed some social media help, and then they said, I'm really contacting for a friend, which I thought was kind of funny, but okay. She said, I'm contacting for a friend.
So what happened to your friend's phone?
Right. I was like, but then she gave me the person's website, and she said, go look at the website and let me know. The very first thing I thought when I went there was this person hasn't updated this website in 3 years because their copyright said 2014. Yeah, 2014. And the last event they had on their homepage was 2015. So I'm like,
wow.
Okay, is this person? I know. And I went back to her and I said, those same things. And she says, well, they don't feel like that's an important thing. They don't feel like people even look at that. And I'm like, really? Of course they're not going to look at it.
She's telling you what her friend feels.
Right. And she said she had told this to the friend, that you need to update these things. And they were saying, well, I don't think anybody looks at that. I'm like, that's probably why they're not getting any business. So, everyone out there, I want to say your business is your hub. It's your life online. So it's really your home. So if your home is dirty or messy or like unkempt, which is like this website was because it had that date of like 3 years ago. Nobody's done anything to it for 3 years. What's going to make you think that people are going to want to do business with you? That's what I'm saying. But Nadine's website is up to date. She keeps it
I know.
up
You
to
made
date.
me think I got to check the copyright on my website.
But
even if it's definitely up to date.
It's up to date. Yes. Even if I go there and try to look for an event, the events are present. So I just wanted to put that out
Right.
there to everyone in case you're thinking people don't look at your website. They do. They do. And they judge you by your website, sorry to say. But Nadine, you've been awesome. Thank you so much for being a part of the Unmarket Your Business podcast today. It's been awesome having you as a guest, and I look forward to bringing you back pretty soon.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Cal. It was great. Enjoyed myself.
Oh, definitely. We're going to get out of here, everyone. That's all I have for you today. So I want everyone to know that, again, my book is coming out very, very soon, so look at that. And until next time, everyone, just keep your websites up to date. That's the main thing I have to say. So goodbye, everyone. See you next time. Bye. Thanks for listening. We truly appreciate it. For information about guests, products, or services that were mentioned in this episode, log on to our website at www.csicorporation.com/unmarketing. To learn more, get a glimpse of our upcoming schedule, and join the unmarketing nation of entrepreneurs who are using marketing techniques that work right now. Until next time, keep moving forward.
You've reached the High Fashion Hotline.
Good news, fall is here. Bad news, my family style has fallen out of fashion.
Get to Old Navy.
Old Navy?
Yep, fall's best styles are on sale now at Old Navy for up to 50% off store-wide at Old Navy and OldNavy.com.
Up to 50% off store-wide? I think I'm falling in love.
Plus, grab jeans from just $15 for adults, $10 for kids, and comfy cozy sweaters to fall for from just $15 for adults, $12 for kids.
Ooh, new sweaters and jeans on sale? Old Navy, here we come.
High Fashion, Old Navy. Valid 10/10 to 10/19. Select styles only. You've reached the High Fashion Hotline.
Good news, fall is here. Bad news, my family style has fallen out of fashion.
Get to Old Navy.
Old Navy?
Yep, fall's best styles are on sale now at Old Navy for up to 50% off store-wide at Old Navy and OldNavy.com.
Up to 50% off store-wide? I think I'm falling in love.
Plus, grab jeans from just $15 for adults, $10 for kids, and comfy cozy sweaters to fall for from just $15 for adults, $12 for kids.
Ooh, new sweaters and jeans on sale? Old Navy, here we come.
High Fashion, Old Navy. Valid 10/10 to 10/19. Select styles only.